Oh, it's trying to be so good. That.
Never mind. It's something I'm trying to figure out what's going on with our stuff from yesterday. Is it live? Hey guys, trying to just get things set up. Apologize about the delay today and this week and all that stuff. Working on it. Give me a second.
Yeah, this can be like this. No.
I think the lighting is better with it.
Hi, JG.
What's up, JG, buddy?
You're fast. You're fast.
You're like waiting for it, I think. I told you I was going to do this afternoon. I apologize about the delay, though. We're trying to get things set up here.
So yeah, it's only going to be Dad and I today.
No, that's not true. Sam's on. Is he on the phone?
I think he's upstairs putting away his clothes.
Oh, okay. So. Nice. That's what the picture is. Did
you
do that on purpose? That's awesome.
No apologies. Okay. I'm not Tatooine because I'm on my phone.
Are you on?
Yes, come on. Come on. Say hi to JG.
Hi.
It's only him, but
Sorry, we're trying to get buttons. I ordered buttons to take to Celebration, but they just replied back in an email saying that they were missing my artwork, which doesn't make sense because I uploaded the artwork. And can you make sure that he doesn't have anything like restart us, Nathan? So like just try tomorrow or something like that.
What was the problem?
It's saying I didn't have artwork. Well, you saw me upload the artwork.
Yeah, it was on there.
I know, so I'm fixing it. So. What's up with Sam? What's he doing?
In this way.
Mr. Spazwell. You know, guys? He just said, Turvis to fly the Falcon with Lando.
Boom.
That sounds
You're
good.
the best.
That sounds good with me.
Works for me. So, all right. So while we're waiting for Sam, can you go check on him and find out? Like,
Oh, I'm right here.
okay.
Wow, it's right in front of the
Well,
Yeah, he's talking about the toilet in the live stream. Can we like angle that to where it's flat up against the wall? That's the way to do it to make sure it's right. And over as far over to the left as possible.
This side?
There we go. All right. So just gonna give you a heads up. This is gonna be a little bit different recording today because, and I kind of teased it on Twitter a little bit ago. If you guys all know who's the name of the dude that was.
We should probably know his name before we start.
Well, no, I mean, I
I
totally forgot what his name was. Oh, go get those papers. I told you guys to bring the papers down. We need to get the papers. All right. Anyway, what's the dude's name?
Mr. Spaz.
Hi.
Turvis.
I know we already made you. You're behind, dude.
Hi.
Scott Ladwig. Get the dog out of here.
What?
Good grief.
You're gonna show them on camera.
Oh, good gosh.
Here's your 15 seconds. Of
The name, the inspiration for the name Turvis. There's Buster. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Scott Ladwig, he was, if you guys know what's happened this week, he was at the shareholders meeting for Disney, and he got on Twitter after the shareholders meeting was over and gave basically a breakdown of what they saw with the sizzle reel. I guess it's not like secret stuff because, I mean, they haven't shown it. They're not going to release it publicly for a while, I don't think. But he got on Twitter and started listing some of the things that he saw in it. And it's been really awesome with the fans because lots of people have been replying to him and talking to him about different things that are going on, asking him questions. We asked him a question. He responded. Of course, we asked about porgs. We wanted to know if he saw any porgs, but he didn't. But and then today we were planning out this episode and decided we were going to make the main topic be about that sizzle reel and what we saw on that. And at the very same time, he was tweeting and we were reacting to some of his stuff and he was reacting to some of ours. So I direct messaged him and asked if he would be willing to come on the show today. And so he's at a basketball game, but when he gets done with his basketball game tonight, he's going to let us know. We're going to Skype him in and we're going to do that section, the main topic section of the show with Scott Ladwig and get his direct, straight from the horse's mouth thoughts on the sizzle reel. And so we're really excited about that. So what this recording is going to be is basically everything that we do around the main topic. So we'll go through the intro, pull stuff, resistance stuff, hot takes. We'll do the anything else section, the outro stuff, and then later tonight when we can get with Scott, we're going to get online and record that. So that'll be available tomorrow morning when the podcast goes live to the public. Hopefully our schedules are going to start to calm down a little bit and we'll be able to start getting our Patreon version out early. That's starting next week, as well as some Star Wars Resistance stuff.
Two main topics.
Did I print out two main topics? I bet you I printed out three of them because you guys are going to be asking questions just like which we don't need right now. So anyway, let's make sure we've got all of this.
Thanks, bro.
My pleasure. Bro.
And just give you a little other heads up on Saturday next week, which is, what's the next week's? It's the 16th. And just so you know, that's Brandy Burzlov's birthday.
Who?
Brandy Burzlov was one of the kids on my street that I used to play Star Wars with. His birthday was 7 days before mine. And his was always March 16th. And so I was always jealous that he got his birthday before I did. And he was always the guy that wanted to play Han Solo and wouldn't let me. And so I'm not bitter. But anyway, his birthday is March 16th. Next Saturday afternoon, we're going to record a special Talk Star Wars Commonwealth roundtable. I'm going to be on there talking about Star Wars Celebration because we're talking about our plans for that along with the other podcasts from Star Wars Commonwealth. So that'll be going live next week. The weekend after that, we're going to be with Clashing Sabers, where the three of us are going to be on there talking about Solo. So we're pretty cool about that.
Hi, Neil.
And,
It's the first time
hey, Neil, what's up, buddy?
How did I miss that?
What's that?
I already missed it.
Huh?
Never just
Anyway, yours is behind. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're recording today on this sort of just behind the scenes, no sound effects, just us being us. YouTube show is just the stuff around our main topic, and then later tonight we'll record with Scott about the sizzle reel from the shareholders meeting, which I'm excited about. I'm really excited to talk about. I mean, maybe we can get my microphone to work this week.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's causing me some issues. That's not good. That's not good.
Didn't they show like the whole movie of Aladdin as well?
They did not show the whole movie.
I heard that they showed.
Well, people lie. All right, I need headphones. Do I have headphones? You guys have headphones? We all have headphones? All right, you have your intro? Why don't you practice it one time for our YouTube fans, listeners, viewers, and then we'll go live. We'll record it. Let's make sure we have sound effects. Do we have sound effects?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yes, we have sound effects. All right. All right, go, Nate.
Okay.
Practice it.
Welcome, Star Wars fans, to episode 64 of Tatooine Sons. Disney held a shareholders meeting this week and showed a sizzle reel for episode 9. We're excited to have an insider's report from a fan in the room. Plus, we'll give our hot takes on some of the latest news and give our thoughts on Star Wars Resistance. We shall double our efforts. It's time for Tatooine Sons.
minus the sniff and then
Yeah, minus the sniffle. And you remember the scene, right? Return of the Jedi, opening scenes. Vader's
Oh,
talking
yeah.
to the admiral, and he says, you know, the emperor's coming, and he's like, we shall
I
double
can't
our
do it.
efforts.
I can't do a Vader voice.
So you just know it's not him. This is the general or the admiral. We shall double our efforts. That's the way he
We
says
shall
it.
double our efforts.
Sound like a German.
Hold on.
And the thumbnail is just
Yeah, I saw that. It's just you grinning.
didn't really notice until the last second that it takes a picture of it.
Well, at least you were able to get a smile out before it started. Oh, goodness gracious. It's too early.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get stuff set up here. Thank you guys for your unbelievable patience with us.
Yeah. I don't know why you guys keep watching.
Yeah, I mean, this is like always crazy. All right. I got that song from my head. The one where the America's Funniest Home Videos where the dinosaurs land. Anyway.
Unfiltered.
No.
Unfiltered. All right.
It's always a
What's
positive.
that?
Well, I'm glad you think so.
Okay. Let's see. So we're gonna go right into the intro. So I'm gonna have to.
Hold on.
You gotta get your achuta.
Yeah.
Are you gonna achuta it?
I'm gonna try.
You figure out water? We can get it in breaks if we need to. Sponsored by Smart Water. Just kidding. We take your money though. You know, if you're a Smart Water executive watching. I don't think you guys are. So.
North Stars fan.
Then that's
You weren't. You probably don't know anything about the sizzle reel.
Yeah, I was thinking
Something about the sizzle reel.
Yeah.
Sizzle.
My sound just went out completely.
Yeah, my thing just got messed up. We got this static thing happening, and that's what's doing it.
Oh my goodness.
This is not good. It's not good.
Wait. Rebels Revisited. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Rebels Revisited.
My mic's not even showing up.
We haven't been able to get
Check 1 2. Check. Check. There we go. All right.
Why not?
Why is the Rebels Revisited say UGG?
Oh, yeah, you'll find out. When we get on the show, I'll tell you. Yeah, you guys don't know about that. All right. All right, you guys ready?
All the footage.
Hold on. You guys ready? We're going to start recording. Don't tap the table. You ready for your thing? Because you
I
can't
guess
be
so.
moving around. All right, so it's the podcast plug. So that's what's up
Do
right
it.
now.
Say it.
What?
No, he's not doing it. All right. So I'm going to just go by for your mic to get us going. All right. Here we go. There's stuff talking to us right now. We hear it. You don't. You will on the podcast tomorrow. Da, 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 da,
You ever consider
That's
going
pretty
to
good.
opera?
Yeah. All right. Ready? Quiet.
Welcome, Star Wars fans, to episode 64 of Tatooine Sons. Disney held a shareholders meeting this week and showed a sizzle reel for episode 9. We're excited to have an insider's report from a fan in the room. Plus, we'll give our hot takes on some of the latest news and give our thoughts on Star Wars Resistance. We shall double our efforts. It's time for Tatooine Sons.
Good job. You got through it. All right.
We'll
All right. So you guys ready for the banter stuff?
I felt like I had to burp.
Are you guys ready for the banter stuff?
You're gonna have to do your thing, Nate, in a second.
Oh,
And you got to be ready for yours.
I know.
What do you think
what
his
do
name
you think?
is? It's the big moment.
They can't hear
I
you.
showed this in my training class for Home Advisor.
Really?
Why?
Talk about courage and the ability to overcome your fears. And I show this video.
What do they think?
That's cool. They're totally becoming Turbis fans. All right. There is no try.
There's no time.
You guys ready? Hold on. We got a long ways to go, don't we?
We're not
Not
done yet.
done yet.
We're not done yet. Okay, here we go.
Welcome, Star Wars fans. This is Tatooine Sons, your weekly look into all things Star Wars from the unique perspective of a father sharing his love for the amazing space fantasy saga with his two sons. I am BB Nate, and I'm joined first by my brother Samuel the Hutt.
To Star Wars fans, thanks for tuning in. And if you're not a Star Wars fan, then you probably have no idea what we're talking about with this scissor reel.
Sizzle. Don't sell the steak, sell the sizzle.
Don't
That's
what?
sales training. You don't know about that?
No.
Okay, so you can go and you can talk about the steak, and it's like, prime choice meat, and it's, got all these facts about how great the steak is and stuff like that. But in sales, they teach you to not sell the steak, sell the sizzle, sell how, like it's sizzling on the grill, it tastes the meal, you can smell it, anyway. Sorry.
I'm more confused.
I'm in my
now
sales
than I was
training
before.
mode still. So
Yeah, I know.
sell the steak, sell the sizzle, not the steak. All right. Anyway,
Okay.
so
And of course, you can't have fathers without.
you can't have fathers without bizarre Star Wars figures. That's true too. So why don't we try that again, BB?
And of course, you can't have Star Wars without bizarre father figures. So on that note, here's my dad.
The bow tie.
I'm tired.
Oh, stop it. I told you not to say that one time in the entire
am.
episode. We got to get into the first segment yet.
I'm
Why are you
just saying
tired?
The truth.
Why are you tired?
The
Because we didn't get home from the airport till 1 a.m. when you take into account time change.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This is a lot of
you welcome back home.
Thank you.
You guys you have a good time at the Redneck Riviera.
It was nice.
What was your highlight? Either of you. You can share.
I don't really have a highlight. I mean, it was just,
Or was just something fun you did? Something fun you did. BB Nate, what about your Injustice thing?
Oh,
Tell us
sorry.
about that.
We went to the arcade a couple times.
A couple?
Like,
every
No.
other day.
It was 2 times.
all right, anyway.
But there was an arcade machine, and it was based off of Injustice.
The game.
That's my hat. And every time you won, you would get a card that you could use as your fighter next game. And so I got a deck of 52 cards, just like a normal card deck. And so that was fun.
You played like 52 times.
Well, no, because Sammy played with me.
Well, most of it you played.
But
While I was over there playing Star Wars pinball game.
Yeah.
and then other than that, probably seen Green Book again.
Yeah, you like that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, that's cool. What about you? Tell them about going to Mardi Gras.
Oh, yeah. So it was obviously it was Mardi Gras that week, and I had been. I don't know if Nathan had, but I had been to a Mardi Gras once when I was really
Like 2
little.
or 3 years old.
So I don't even remember. And I don't.
Just so you guys know, they didn't go to New Orleans. They were down in Orange Beach, Alabama, and all that kind of stuff. But the reality is most people don't realize this, but Mardi Gras started in Mobile, Alabama. And that's where it got its origination. And they were down there near Mobile. And so Mardi Gras is big all over the Gulf Coast. And so Sam and Nate went to a Fat Tuesday parade.
Yeah.
Tell us what that experience was like.
Get hit in the face with beads.
Didn't
It was fun. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was just crazy. A lot of fun. I got a lot of beads. I think we weighed it. It was like 2.4 pounds of beads or something like that.
And they're not heavy. They're each individual strand of beads is like
Yeah, no,
an
I
ounce.
got a lot. So,
Yeah.
but it was fun. It was a lot of fun to see. I want to one day go down to Mobile for Mardi Gras just for fun.
Yeah, don't ever go to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. You'll never get out. It'll take you like 2 days to get out of there. It's crazy from what I understand.
Wow.
It's like insane.
Meemaw said that she's been to one New Orleans Mardi Gras,
And she'll never go again.
and she'll never go again.
Right, yeah. So yeah, so that was cool. And we let's see, what did Mom and I do? We went and saw a couple movies this week. Of course, we saw Captain Marvel. You guys saw Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
that was a good movie.
I enjoyed it. Mom
That's
didn't
good.
like it so much, which is kind of weird. But anyway, she thought it was slow. She thought it was kind of.
I did not get the vibe that it was
How
slow.
about
I thought it
Mom
was
didn't get
fast.
any sleep the night before. She was like not feeling good, and so
Mhm.
she didn't sleep the night before. So she was just kind of like
Yeah.
blah, not like in a bad mood, just blah.
No, yeah.
And so I think that's what that was.
And, well, our grandpa is notorious for falling asleep during movies.
Did he fall asleep in it?
He for 1 minute and not the rest of the time.
You just kind of dozed off for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we saw the Tim Tebow produced movie,
Run
Run
the
the
Race.
Race, which I think was a phenomenal movie. It's a lot of fun, really good storyline. The only thing I would have done differently if I was if I can give a criticism of the movie, was that they had like, I'm not kidding, like a dozen musical interludes, not like montages, but musical interludes that usually were a little bit, slow kind of scenes where they were showing different things going on, and they just did too many of them and they were too long. So the pacing of the movie would lose its momentum a lot of the time during those. But the acting was phenomenal, the story was phenomenal. It wasn't very cliche.
That's good.
It was really good. I truly, yeah. All right, we're gonna give a shout out to everybody that's watching us live on our Tatooine Sons Unfiltered YouTube live broadcast right now. Where's the it's there? Okay, so
Dad's wearing my hat.
So I've got Nate. So anyway, we're giving a shout out to everybody watching live right now. We've got Mr. Spaz World giving a shout out to Turbis. Thank you so much. John Gregory, who's there almost every single time.
Right as we get on too.
Yep, absolutely. And then of course I think he's got like those notifications that we've talked about. So not only is he a subscriber, but he gets a notification on his phone that we're going live right there below where we're pointing right now on YouTube. And he gets a notification and he logs right in. And of course we've got Mr. Positivity himself, Neil Lowry, which we are excited about you flying across the pond and coming to see all of us at Star Wars Celebration. We can't wait to meet you in person and give you a Turbis button that we got if they ever get printed. And so I decided, since we're talking about the Disney shareholders meeting, I'd wear my Mickey ears.
Those aren't your
Death
Mickey
Star.
ears.
They're not mine?
They're mine.
Hi, Grammy.
Hi, Grammy. Grammy made it home. Hey, good job. Because Grammy was literally just at our house. So, hi. Yep.
Yeah, I wore those to the Disney After Dark.
Disney After that
Wow.
was fun. So he's wearing the Death Star. Now my hair's all messed up. All right. Got all staticky in there. There we go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So anyway, let's see.
I can pull it off.
Yeah. So he's doing great there. So all right. So I guess that's pretty much.
Everyone on the podcast now is.
No, that's cool. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, you're one of those people that just listens to the audio. We totally understand. We just love for you guys to subscribe to us on YouTube and get notifications when we go live, whenever we do the recording, and then you can see the way that things really are in the Tatooine Sons household, because it's definitely a little less put together when you watch us live than it is when you listen to the recording. So anyway, you guys, last Tuesday was Star Wars Rebels Remembered.
Oh yeah.
The anniversary of the final episode of that. It was awesome. Lots of different things on there. What do you guys think about the Dave Filoni sketch with Ahsoka and Sabine?
That was cool.
In the snow and all that. What do you think about that, BB?
It was good.
It was good. Yeah.
Well, I just thought
it's interesting.
it's not becoming a TV series or anything like that. But
Now, John Gregory, who's again watching us right now, he's got a theory that we're going to get something at the panel. Now, they've announced that they're not announcing any new TV series at the panel. They came out with that this week. But JG's kind of like maybe comic book series, a book series,
Oh yeah, I thought it was gonna be like
movie on Disney Plus or something like that. Maybe. You never know. Something's coming. Ezra lives. Hashtag
they had a Clone
Ezra
Wars
lives.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true.
So that's that. So anyway, we recorded a special YouTube episode last week, right?
Okay, good.
And I spent all day Sunday and a lot of time on Monday getting it all together and getting lots of clips, all those clips that we talked about.
Mhm.
Twin Sons, Twilight of the Apprentice, Caleb Doom or Kanan Jarrus's death, just a bunch of that fun stuff. The epilogue sequence at the end of the final episode, I got all of those in there, right? And I put together this like beast of a Star Wars Rebels Revisited episode that we absolutely loved. And we got it to go live on Tuesday morning.
What happened?
We lost the footage.
We got copyright blocked by Disney.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, so I feel like I fit now. We're like part of the.
We're
YouTube.
part.
I should actually like start a petition against Disney, right?
Yeah, we should make a huge fit.
I even we got copyright blocked when we did the live stream of the final episodes of Star Wars Rebels. The year
that's
before,
right. Because
but just over the audio, and we were able to get it rescinded immediately, and 3,000-4,000 people have watched those episodes, which is great. I went and I immediately tried to dispute it, and it still hasn't been unblocked. So get off your phone. We're not. No, do what I said. Okay. So anyway.
But why? Because people have uploaded whole episodes.
All those clips I got from YouTube. I don't get it, but it's not live.
And
so.
People have uploaded the finale of Rebels the day
I know.
after.
So anyway, so we shall see. So anyway, the audio version, the podcast version, is available on all
Well, that's
podcast
good.
services that we are up on, but YouTube doesn't like it, and so they're mad at us right now. So I apologize about that. So yeah, so that's what we got going on there. So let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we got a new Patreon supporter this week. Yeah, Clashing Sabers, another one of our fellow podcasts out there, sponsored us for $1 a month, and we've got a couple of them on here right now in our chat right now as well. 3 of them that I know of for sure. I'm not sure who Mr. Spazworld is. I'm sure Mr. Spazworld, that there's a connection with Twitter somewhere, and you may go under a different alias on Twitter. So I apologize if I don't know who you are on YouTube, but thank you guys for being so awesome. So yeah, Clashing Sabers gave us a sponsorship for $1 a month. We're very, very excited about that. And they actually asked us also, and it's not like we asked them to sponsor us in order to go on their show at the end of the month. We'd already agreed to that, and they were like, we've been meaning to sponsor you guys for a while. So thanks. You guys are awesome. If you guys want to sponsor us on Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/Tatooine Sons. Give us $1. All right. You know, it's like 95 cents, right? No, that's my other job. 95 cents a day. Okay. I'm talking about something else now. So anyway.
You okay, Dad?
Yeah, so we're gonna do an episode on Solo with Clashing Sabers at the end of the month.
Cool.
Which is like a fun movie. I like Solo.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm trying to decide. Maybe they can help us in the podcast world and on our YouTube viewers right now. March 23rd, so 2 weeks from from yesterday, is my 44th birthday. I'm going to be a year older than I already am, which is scary. And
You're gonna be freaking old.
I am old. I know. And you know, we're just trying to do something low key for my birthday, and so we're going to watch Star Wars. And so, do we watch like prequel trilogy, sequel trilogy, stories, original trilogy, a bunch of Rebels episodes, favorite scenes from or favorite episodes from Clone Wars? What do we want to watch? Maybe you guys can give us some suggestions.
Please.
We can't watch all the movies. We just can't. There's 10 of them now. We tried to do 5 one time and we couldn't get through it. We cannot do 10. So we got to figure it out. We'll like lose our mind. So we got to figure this out.
I say we have to watch Phantom Menace though, because of the 20 years.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it. Maybe we can watch Phantom.
Anyways.
All right. Anyway. Yeah. Maybe we should watch some Resistance mixed in with Force Awakens and The Last Jedi.
Oh.
And maybe some cutscenes from Star Wars Battlefront 2. The scene that came from the second download. The
DLC.
The DLC,
yeah.
which happens between The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. All of that is happening all at one moment. That would be kind of fun to watch.
That would be bizarre.
It would be like watch a little bit of Resistance and then cut to Force Awakens and go back to Resistance and watch the final 2 episodes and then watch the cutscene from Battlefront 2 and then watch The Last Jedi.
Jeez.
That would be fun.
That would be good.
We might be doing this, dude. All right. Yeah. So that would be kind of cool. All right. Okay. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for this one. We actually get this podcast episode started. How's that sound? Woo! Yeah, boy. All right. So we're moving on to the next segment here, getting ready to record it. Hey guys, Neil, just to answer. You weren't here at the very beginning of this, but the reality is we are talking sizzle reel in a big way today, but it won't be on the YouTube live show because we're getting, what the dude name again? Scott Ladwig. Scott Ladwig is going to come on our show. He's the guy that tweeted out about the sizzle reel this week and gave lots of details. He's coming on the show later tonight. We're going to record a special segment with him that we're going to make for our main topic on that. So we're recording everything except sizzle reel stuff on YouTube live right now, and then we're ready to go with that. So that's so cool. Okay. Awesome. Very. Let's see here.
That's not super.
Man, JG out there tweeting about us right now, telling everybody to tune in.
Jeez.
You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. All right. And did you see Neil likes your t-shirt?
Oh, no.
Yeah, he commented on your t-shirt. You want to explain where you got your t-shirt?
Oh, Lucasfilm.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Nice, yeah.
It was awesome.
I've not worn I think I've worn my Lucasfilm shirt once.
Which one did you get?
It was the
Crew shirt for episode.
It was a crew shirt for episode
but it wasn't Space Bear.
8. Yeah, but it wasn't Space Bear. Mine was Space Bear.
Yeah. I haven't worn that shirt any. I haven't worn the Griff shirt. I haven't worn my I think I've worn my Sabak shirt.
Why don't you wear those? Why aren't you wearing a Star Wars shirt for the recording today? You slacker.
I can take it off as a Star Wars shirt.
Okay.
All right, you just wear it as long as it's close to your heart. We're good. Okay. All right.
No, I don't want to ruin them. or chance it. So I'm
You know,
only
eventually
I'm
you're gonna
wear,
grow out of them, and
I'll wear them at celebration,
okay. Oh, okay.
and then I'm gonna frame them. So
Are you really?
Yeah.
Seriously? Okay.
I'm
Cool.
serious.
All right, let's talk about the poll. Let's get ready to go with that. Who's gonna take? I'm gonna take Tatooine Times. Actually, no. Who wants to take Tatooine Times?
I'll take that.
All right, you're gonna take Real Farm Boy, even Nate.
Sure.
I'm gonna take Matt. Real. All right, we ready to go? Let's just knock this baby out.
Love child.
Uh-huh. Mhm. Mhm.
I'm not gonna be able to say that.
All right. What's that? Okay, you want me to try to do it with my voice?
No, I can do it, but just not.
I'll read it back into my voice.
What boy?
My Real Farm Boy voice.
That's pretty sad.
Anyway.
We were in the South.
like
We
Real
should
Farm
be able
Boy.
to
He's
do
the
it pretty
best.
well.
I spent 9 years down in Alabama and Arkansas.
I was born there.
You was both born in Alabama.
Born
I'll
down
make
south.
my thesis as it says.
That was horrible.
All right, let's go. All right. Don't make fun of him. All right. Actually, he's from Pennsylvania. I think John Gregory knows him. JG knows him.
No, I shouldn't.
What was that?
All right, so just read it normal. Okay. All right, you guys ready? 5, 4. All right. I guess I should go ahead and click on the poll results.
Oh,
5, 4. Yeah, so last week's episode was all about Galaxy's Edge, all the new stuff. We were so passionate about Galaxy's Edge last week that Grammy, who's watching us on YouTube Live right now, said that she wanted to go to Galaxy's Edge with us. So that's been fun. But anyway, when are you hoping to make your first visit to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge? At the time we recorded the episode, they didn't even have dates for it. They do now, but we'll talk about that later. Let's see. I spelled podcast wrong on the tweet.
Let's see.
On the tweet, you see it was podcast. Yeah. Anyway. We had 4 options. We had first 6 months, 6 months to a year, 1 to 2 years, and probably never. And then I forgot to post the poll because I was so busy with all the Star Wars Resistance stuff that never got online on YouTube. I mean, Star Wars Rebel stuff that never got. I know it was a weird week. But we ended up having it up for 24 hours.
That's good.
And we got 213 votes, so I'll take it.
That's good.
Right? Yeah. So 17% said the first 6 months, 17% 6 months to a year. 42% of you said within a year to 2 years. So kind of let things get through the kinks, let them figure out lines, let the lines maybe die down just a little bit. Not that that's likely. And then go see it. And then 24% of you said probably never. That makes me sad.
Yeah, I think what I'd say is the first 3.
You'd be within the first 3?
All of the first 3.
You're going to see it within the first 6 months?
Mm-hmm. Then
and you're going to see it within 6 months to a year, and then within 1 to 2 years? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'd be cool with that. Make that happen. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. So then we had a couple of you guys comment on it, which was good. You had some good comments. So who's got the first one?
Yeah, so that's me. It's from Tatooine Times.
I like those guys.
Tatooine_Times.
We feel copacetic with them.
You think?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like their name. It's cool. Anyway, they said we already have a hotel reservation during the opening week at Walt Disney World.
So my question to you guys, Tatooine Times, is: did you make that after they released the dates this week, or did you already have it in place and then they released the dates and then you found out that it was the same week? Because if that's the case, the force is strong with you. You know, I mean, that's like pretty amazing.
Maybe we could tag along and we could like help out.
We could do like a joint. Like, they can do the print stuff. We'll do the audio stuff, and video stuff.
Maybe we
can do like this, the Tatooine Times Suns, something.
Tatooine Suns Times.
The Tatooine Sun Times. It sounds like a newspaper.
Yeah, it does.
The Tatooine Sun Times. So anyway.
Okay.
All right, you got the one
from
our buddy at Rural Farm Boy.
Yeah, his name is Rural Farm Boy.
Yeah.
Rural
Farm Boy.
A Rural Farm Boy. And he said, I'll be making my visits, as you say, through folks YouTube shows and videos. Me, I won't never be able to pay for what they ask for.
Okay, so Rural Farm Boy, he owns his avatar, his character on Twitter, right? So. He tries to sound real backwoodsy, and even the way that he writes, it's hard to read that when you're trying to read it the way that he writes it. Sometimes he tweets stuff out, and I'm like, yeah, I don't have any idea what you just said. But anyway, it says I'm gonna try to say it. I'm gonna try not to be rude, but Real Farm Boy, you own this avatar, so I'm gonna give you a voice today. I'll be making my visits, as you says, through folks' YouTube shows and videos. Me, I won't never be able to pay what they ask for. That's the way it's supposed to be read.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so anyway, thank you very, very much. Yes. All right.
All right.
And then I love this last one. Matt Real, Calrissian's love child, at RIHELM, so Real M. I did not know this about you, Matt, but you've been a part of our show from the very beginning. You tweet to us all the time. You've been commenting on stuff forever. And you said, my wife and I will be going to the one in Florida, that's Walt Disney World, after I get back from my deployment in the spring of next year. And so I think that is absolutely awesome. If it was up to me, Disney would let you go for free. Thank you for your service to our country.
Absolutely.
And for being apart from your family for that time. We can't wait for you to get back here and back with your family again and spend some time at Galaxy's Edge. They should give you guys like VIP passes and skip the line so you can just have a blast. So I guess that's pretty much it for the poll this week. Not much more to talk about on that.
Not really.
Okay. All right. You have yours next, Samuel the Hutt, whatever your freaking name is.
Freaking name.
Freaking name.
What's your freaking name?
All right, so nothing really tremendously new except for JG. I wonder if JG felt like my Rural Farm Boy impression was
Offensive?
No, it wasn't offensive. I remember when he was on our 50th episode, he sent us a recording, and he sounded, that was the way he was trying to talk. Did you lose your ring?
Yeah.
Where'd you get this ring?
Alabama.
Did some girlfriend give you a ring?
Yes.
Well,
What is this?
He got like 3 more numbers.
How did you get this
I got
ring?
it at the store. It was like $2.
All right, he started to turn red. He got 3 phone numbers, and he got a ring while he was in Alabama.
The ring is completely unrelated.
Okay, I hope so.
I was there.
But he did get 3 new phone numbers
We're
from
stuck
them
in it.
Southern girls. I married a Southern girl that was born in Louisiana. And
All right.
She cooked the Southern food for me too. Some chicken nuggets, black-eyed peas. We're having that for my birthday. We're gonna have chicken nuggets, fresh baked bread. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
So
Can't wait.
wait, we've seen the No Escape one. Too.
Yeah, but we're just gonna have to pretend we didn't. Maybe we can give some predictions that are like sure to go right for a change. Okay.
Yeah.
Cam is not gonna die.
All right.
That was no. That was
You guys
too
good?
on the nose.
You guys ready to jump in on this?
Whoa, Gigi. Whew.
Whoa! Oh, we got a big old comment.
Yeah. So very cool. Yeah, actually, we spent a month in
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Washington, Pennsylvania. Is that right?
I thought it was Pittsburgh.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was outside of Pittsburgh.
Oh.
We spent a month when we were in the RV tour for the nonprofit for
We
problems.
got infested with stink bugs.
We got attacked by a bunch of bugs that
And
like,
they never
infested,
left.
and we like found them months later in our clothes and stuff. Still,
It was a
Yeah.
nightmare.
So we
felt
were in
like the
Washington,
Egyptians
Pennsylvania,
and
then we were
Exodus.
getting ready to hold an event at the University of California at Pennsylvania or something like that, which was weird. We in a town called California, Pennsylvania, I think, which was bizarre to me. It confused me.
I'm confused.
Like, yeah, it's like they just like picked other states for the names of their cities,
Yeah.
write that in that area. But we were in that little rural area. It was rural.
It was very.
It was rural. It was cool.
Yeah. Would have been cooler though without stink bugs, but I probably should wait for Nathan. What do you think?
Oh, we can start the show without him. We don't need him. If
He's
we want to comment
he's
for
gonna
him, we'll
shut
just
the
say
door.
that's interesting. It was good. It was good. That's what he said.
I found it interesting.
I thought it was interesting. It was good. Wasn't really any big revelations. It was good.
Bit of a filler.
All right, shut the door. All right. Man, it's good to have you guys back. Mom was tired of me picking on her. All right.
Wait, you're gonna stop now?
No, I can distribute it a little bit more evenly.
Oh, that's fair.
Evilly?
Evenly.
Evilly.
All right.
All
You
right.
need to buckle up here, dude. Get your headphones on.
Buckle up.
Get ready to go. Let's do this thing. We've got other stuff to do. All right. Okay.
I'm ready. I don't have no papers.
Where'd your papers go?
I don't have any papers for this.
What
Well,
is
then
your
you don't need it.
voice?
All right. So you guys ready? You know what you're doing here, Sam?
Yes.
Smoothie? Please don't do that. All right, I'm gonna go turn it on. We're doing this thing.
Oh, I'll just wait. The First Order has placed the Colossus on total lockdown, and Kaz isn't having it. Can he and Team Fireball evade capture?
Okay, why don't we start all over?
No. While and figure out.
Okay, so I messed up.
So just ignore the
Yeah,
while. Evade capture and figure out how to get.
Yes.
Okay.
I figure out.
That's his fault.
That one was.
That was not me.
All right. 5, 4, 3.
The First Order has placed the Colossus on total lockdown, and Kaz isn't having it. Can he and Team Fireball evade capture and figure out how to get an important message to General Organa? It's time for Resistance Recap.
We don't have time.
I know. I thought I had a burp though. I didn't want it to be long.
You got like 10 seconds.
It's gone now.
Moment's gone.
Dun, 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 dun. Light it up.
Lady do.
Okay.
All right. So this week's episode's title, I could have probably said that more coherently.
Is
but
The Descent.
The Descent. Thank
The
you.
Descent.
And then the synopsis is with the
Okay,
help.
let's pay attention. I'm ready. I want to make sure we're focused.
You done?
Mhm.
Okay. With the help of Bucket and the I don't know how to pronounce that. It's the Chelidae. Oh, we'll just call them the Shell Folk because it's easier to
That's what we
understand.
did before.
Yeah.
Right? The shelf.
Because we don't know how to pronounce that. With the help of Bucket and the Shell Folk, Kaz, Yeager, Niku, and CD23 managed to escape Commander Pyre and flee into the Colossus's underlevels, but Bucket is damaged by the stormtroopers. While on the run, Kaz reveals his identity to Niku, but he thinks Kaz is joking. Believing the situation is a misunderstanding, Tam surrenders herself to the First Order instead of fleeing. The First Order Security Bureau agent Tierney gains her trust by revealing Kaz's true identity as a Resistance spy while deceiving her into thinking that the First Order are peacekeepers. Meanwhile, Kaz and the others reunite with Kel, Ayla, and the Shellfolk and a repaired Bucket on the engineering deck. Kaz comes up with a plan to take out the First Order's communications jammer by sinking the station. With Captain Doza's help, Kaz's plan works, but Tierney becomes suspicious upon noticing that only Doza Tower is still above water. He, Yeager, and CD23 manage to swim up to Doza Tower and disable the jammer long enough for Kaz to send a message to the Resistance. However, Yeager willingly allows himself to be captured so Kaz can escape. Returning to the engineering deck, Kaz and the others receive General Organa's apologies that the Resistance is unable to aid them, finally convincing Niku that Kaz is indeed a Resistance spy. That just ends that. Okay. Undaunted, Kaz starts his own Resistance cell in order to rescue his friends and drive the First Order out of the Colossus. Unbeknownst to him, Kragan and the pirates have also received Kaz's message, drawing Sonaro's attention. Mouthful. All right. Dad.
That's
Bowtie Jedi guy.
Bowtie Jedi. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys, all our listeners and YouTube viewers and stuff, I want you guys to tell me whether or not on cosplay day at Star Wars Celebration, when BB Nate is in his giant, like 15 times bigger than the real BB-8 costume.
It's probably a good 5 feet wide.
Oh my gosh, I'm not kidding. And then Sam's in his Jabba the Hutt costume. So we got BB Nate and Samuel the Hutt. I'm the Bowtie Jedi guy. I got my Jedi costume. The question is, should I be wearing a bow tie
Yes.
with it? I'm going to ask you guys to let me decide whether or not I should do that. But anyway, let us know in the comments or reply to us on Twitter at Tatooine Sons. Let us know. So anyway, you said the Bowtie Jedi guy.
Yes, that's you. Was there something that really stuck out to you in this episode? Or because there's a lot.
So we watched this separate. Kind of felt like a flashback to the Rebels days.
A little bit.
Because you guys were in Alabama and I was here. And I was watching it. And as soon as he gave sent the message to General Organa and had that conversation with her, it struck me something that something hit me pretty hard. That he's in contact with her and she's in contact with him, and it's not like just general the Resistance that he's in contact. He's directly in contact with General Organa,
right?
Which means he's got access to her personal beacon,
Yeah, yeah.
message beacon. And I freaked out a little bit with that because I've got a theory.
You should explain.
I'll explain that after we finish talking about this episode. But I'm pretty pumped about what's going on with Resistance. I think that Kaz was cool and awesome, and I love the fact that now everybody sort of knows who he is.
Yeah.
On the Colossus. I loved Agent Tierney. Is that what her name was? I think she was an amazing character. I think that the way that she is manipulating Tam is like it's Tarkin and Thrawn-esque to me. She seems smarter than everybody else in this show. She feels to me like she's going to turn into the Tarkin or the Thrawn in this show. So I'm excited about that.
I think that Pyre, though, is pretty smart, too.
I think Pyre is more of a bully than he is smart. But anyway.
That's interesting.
What
about you, Nate?
Oh,
Was there anything that you thought was good? It was okay.
It's okay.
No. I mean, this episode, nothing, like Sam said, stuck out. Nothing stuck out to me at all. But I mean, we saw
a good episode.
Yeah, it was just an all-around good episode. But
what's going on with the story, in your opinion? What do you like about the story right now? Give us something.
I don't know, because it used to be like all the episodes were spanned out like weeks across each other, and now they're back to back.
Yeah, that's true.
And so the story is just
it's kind of being compressed into like one big story that we should probably watch like 5 episodes after the finale next week. Watch like 5 episodes at once on my birthday in order to like have this whole arc that's going on right now.
Would probably
going all the way back to like Poe when he shows up.
Oh yeah.
You know, with the Star Killer bait, or you know, when they go to see what the cored out worlds and stuff like that.
The core problem.
Yeah.
So
what did you like about it?
Yeah, no, I just thought it was generally a good episode. Kaz, again, we said this, but he's coming into his role as a spy more, even though he's not really a spy anymore. Everyone knows that he's a spy, which kind of negates the purpose. But he's sticking up for himself, able to fight back. It's getting really good. I really am enjoying it. The show's getting real, like what Steven said. Yeager just sacrificed himself so that Kaz could get out. I mean, it's getting good. I really enjoyed it, which brings me to the next thing is what was there anything that I didn't like? And honestly, I can't really think of anything.
Me either.
That I didn't.
I lost my cookies and yelled and screamed in the very opening scene. When Bucket got blasted and fell down, I thought he was done. And I was
pissed
off.
I
screamed. Mom was like looking at me like, what is wrong with you? Because she wasn't paying any attention. I freaked out and started yelling.
Yeah,
so when he came back a little bit later, I was relieved. So, I mean, if there was anything, and it was like, why do you have to do that to me, guys? I didn't want that to happen.
But if that's the only gripe you have.
I mean, it was a great episode. So
yeah. What about you, Nate?
Anything you didn't like?
I said I agreed with you, like, before Dad was, I lost my cookies kind of thing. So, no. Nothing that I didn't like.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like the fact that they were going to kill off Bucket.
No, me either.
That kind of worried me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So the next episode, or this week's episode. Well,
which, let's just be honest, when we're recording this, we've already seen this episode,
Yeah.
so we're trying to be good and not spoil it.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys are watching. You guys want to just talk about it? And then next week we'll set up the finale? You guys just want to talk about this episode we just watched? Because by the time people hear this, here's the thing that's frustrating. If you're watching us right now on YouTube Live, or you're listening to us and you're across the pond or whatever, and you can't get Star Wars Resistance yet, I apologize. This is like a big time spoiler alert, so let me just give it to you right now on the audio. Yeah, but like I'm telling them right now. So spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Let's just do it. Let's talk the first part of the dilemma.
It was a good movie.
Because we just finished it.
It's not the dilemma. It's No Escape.
Oh, No Escape. That's right. I'm sorry. It's right there on our pages. So what did you guys think about let's just give our initial.
It was good. It was okay.
Synopsis.
Huh? What is it?
I was going to come up with one.
Right here. Just
this one says, Kaz, Niku, and Tora try to save their friends as the First Order prepares to demonstrate the power of its super weapon.
You guys want to just go ahead and play the clip right now, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do?
Sure.
All right, let's listen to the clip, though. Okay. I beg to differ is the clip. What are you going to do? We're going to talk about it?
Yeah, just go ahead and do it.
Jump in?
Mhm.
All right. Listening to the clip that was on YouTube. Oh, I should probably get sound on here. Forgot about that. We muted our mics. All right. Yeah. So sorry about that. Wow. Okay. So that goes back to what we were talking about a minute ago with Tierney. She's like,
Yeah.
she's playing a different game. She's
Interesting.
manipulative. She's trying to make the First Order look like good guys.
Well, yeah.
Isn't she called Agent Tierney too?
Agent.
So she's like Imperial Security Bureau, which
She's
is
like
the same
a
level
Callus.
as Callus or Thrawn or
Ron was an
Grand
Grand
Admiral.
Admiral.
Well, that's true. He was. But I think he was part of the.
It was like Callus. She's pretty much the Callus of this series.
Maybe. Yeah. But anyway,
That's
so
pretty much right
so I guess we can just jump in and talk a little bit about No Escape Part 1.
there. So there's not going to be a synopsis this time because we're just doing this off. The
We're
cuff.
off the cuff. We just watched the episode about an hour, 2 hours ago.
So you don't get a synopsis. So we're just going to talk.
But we'll talk about it in the next episode. We're going to do a special. Next week's episode is going to be all about Star Wars Resistance. I'm pretty certain, unless they decide to reveal the title of episode 9 or something. So, which I doubt.
So what was hot? What was something you liked?
Well, before we do that, though, I want to give my theory.
Oh, your theory.
I need to give my theory.
We'll knock stuff out.
Okay, because last week when we watched this, when I finished watching this episode, I came up with a theory of the things that were going to happen in the rest of this season.
Oh
and
wow,
the
that's
connection
how it goes.
to episode 9. And after watching today's episode, it still lines up. Okay, so my prediction was that in No Escape Part 1, Kaz would see the destruction of Hosnian Prime. Okay, and we know that was going to happen in this season because of the mid-season trailer, but it was going to happen in this episode. Okay, which means there's stuff that happens after this in the episode, right?
Right.
There's events that take place. Okay, my next my belief in the next episode that's going to come up, No Escape Part 2, is that Kaz is going to free Yeager and everybody else on the Colossus, and he's going to lead a revolt, and they're going to throw the First Order off, because that's exactly what the description is in the official Disney press release.
Mm-hmm.
That he's going to free the Colossus from the control of the First Order.
Right.
So that's not a prediction, that's fact. Okay. But what I predict is going to happen as to the catalyst, the reason, he's already trying to do this, but the reason that he's going to become like 100% committed to getting the First Order out of the Colossus is because he's going to receive a message through General Organa's personal beacon.
Mm-hmm.
This should make you remember Crate in The Last Jedi. They're in the old Rebellion base. She says, they're going to send out a message to anyone. And she says, use my personal beacon to do this. And so she's sending it out using her own thing. I think Kaz is going to receive that message somehow, but not be able to respond in the moment because they're under attack from the First Order or under control of the First Order.
Right.
It's going to free the Colossus from the control of the First Order in order to get this group with the Aces, and I think the pirates are going to be involved with Sonara. I think they're going to come to the rescue as well. And this whole group is then, my next part of the prediction, going to be coming to the aid of the rebellion on Crate, even though it's not going to be in time, in order to join the Resistance. The name of this TV series is Star Wars Resistance. It's not, there's a Resistance dude on some other ship that has nothing to do with the Resistance. This whole season has been nothing but setting up what the real series is going to be about in further seasons. It's going to be about Kaz and Yeager and Torah and Griff and Doza and all of them being a part of the Resistance. which then leads me to predict we're going to see Kaz and some of these others have a role of some sort in episode 9. What do you guys think?
Well,
Really?
Oh, sorry. Once I finish yawning, I'm sorry. No, I like it a lot. I would love to see these characters in the next movie, in episode 9. What was I going to say? As to the validity of it, I think there's definitely a good chance. It makes sense to me. We found out in this episode that the clause.
Okay, let's talk about that in a second. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute.
But
here's the reason that I would have never considered this a possibility until there was a leak. Actually, Hasbro Toys put up images of a new line of episode 9 action figures sets.
Right.
And then some people took some screenshots of it and then they pulled them down pretty quickly. So if you're like freaking out about this stuff and this is considered spoiler territory for you, I'm going to give you a spoiler warning right now, and then we're just going to jump right into it, come back to us in the next segment. If you're on Anchor, you can literally skip to the next segment. It creates a playlist versus just one long episode. So you can skip to the next segment. All right. In one of the releases, they had a First Order set. It had Kylo Ren in the new Kylo Ren costume with his mask and lightsaber and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. They had, what was the other trooper?
A mountain trooper.
A mountain trooper in there. And they had Commander Pyre.
Yeah.
In his gold glory, you know.
But you also forgot the mouse droid.
And a mouse droid. That's true. It had a mouse droid. But they had Commander Pyre in the First Order set from episode 9, which then opened up the possibility to me that maybe they really would try to tie all of this together with that. Then we've got this whole stuff going on where the base is actually going to be Batuu. For the Galaxy's Edge stuff. The new Resistance base is Batuu. Maybe we see in season 2 of Star Wars Resistance, Kaz and Yeager and the Aces and Team Fireball and all of them actually working at the base on Batuu. So they're establishing the lore of Batuu and the storyline of Batuu as Galaxy's Edge is being released. I just got the feeling that they've been creating some like twisted, sadistic Moriarty level, grand master plan of bringing everything together for episode 9. And so I think it's a possibility. And then today, as we watch it, of course, Hazian Prime is destroyed, which we need to talk about that. And that shouldn't be a spoiler. That shouldn't be a surprise if you've seen the mid-season trailer. You knew this was going to happen. But the other big reveal in this episode is that the Colossus, the rig, is actually flight capable.
Yeah,
and it has a hyperdrive in it. I think the next episode, he frees the Colossus from the First Order in order to respond to General Organa's Leia, is what I was thinking. I was thinking Leia and Organa at the same time. I said Organa. General Organa's beacon, and they're going to take the Colossus to go to try to save the Resistance to General Leia. I think that's the way that the season ends.
Yeah.
With it. I think that's pretty amazing. What do you guys think about that yawner boy over there, Mr. Agnew?
I would be yawning this whole episode.
Me too. Sorry about that.
That's okay. You guys were up till almost 2 a.m. this time. So anyway.
Okay. Well, I think that I agree with your theory. I think it would fit in perfectly. I think that they could. It's just the whole series is getting a lot more Star Wars movie-esque, not kids show.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
There was an OP pit.
No, but anyway, I mean, what do you think about this theory?
No, I love the theory. I love, the idea of seeing the Aces and, the pirates flying along with X-Wings, taking down the First Order. Then, you had the idea for like the stormtroopers that Finn might lead, stormtroopers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So seeing TIE fighters flying along with them too. I mean, that would be amazing. So, yeah, I love the idea. I'd love to see these, animated characters brought into live action.
Maybe Christopher Sean's playing Kaz, which would be the coolest thing in the world. He's a live action guy.
Yeah.
He was on, Days of Our Lives soap opera. He's been in other stuff. He can do live action. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I love the idea. So I'm hoping they go there. I mean, as for the whole Moriarty level style plan where they, they're tying in Galaxy's Edge and Resistance into
and episode 9.
I'd like to think that Disney has been planning that, but I'm skeptical. Because that's like
That's crazy
some
stuff,
serious
man.
planning that they had to put in place.
But they've been talking unknown regions and Batu and setting stuff like this up in other novels, comics, and TV series for about 3 or 4 years now.
That's
It's
true.
almost like they said, let's map this thing out. Very similar to the MCU they did.
Yeah.
They mapped it all out and they said, let's do it. Let's
But
pull
it's
this off.
different than the MCU because not only are they tying in like a TV series and movies, they're tying in a full-on theme.
Oh, I love it. I
You
think it's
know?
amazing. I hope they do
I
it.
like the idea.
I love it. It would be great.
Yeah.
So then there was a couple things that have come up on Twitter with people that have seen the episode today. So again, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the episode, some little things, it shouldn't really be that major. But I'm just, in fairness, want to give you the warning. So here's the spoiler, the idea. So at the very moment that the Hosnian Prime thing happens in Star Wars Resistance today on this episode, we know where Rey and Finn and Han Solo are.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Takadana.
They're at Maz's
Yeah.
castle in Takadana. This is almost the very moment. It's just, while this episode's going on, Rey's having her Force vision.
Right.
At this
It's
point,
that close.
it is, and then they're all seeing Hosnian Prime, and the rest of the planet's destroyed. With that, because that happens in this episode, right?
All right.
At that very moment, if you think about the DLC for Star Wars Battlefront 2, this is when what's the name of the blue guy with the big head? Shiv. Yeah, I always want to say Sheev, but that's Sheev Palpatine. So I don't want to say. So you got Shiv, and you got Iden Versio and her daughter. What's her daughter's name?
Zay.
Something like that.
I
Yeah,
think
Zay like that. They're getting ready to receive information about
the
Dreadnought.
For the Dreadnought.
Dreadnought. So it's like this is happening. They're like in the process right now of getting that information to get to General Organa
Right.
before the Last Jedi stuff happens, and then all the stuff in the Last Jedi happens, which happens in just over a few hours.
Yeah.
And happening in a very short period of time. It feels like it's all.
It feels like it's all coming together.
It's all coming to a head right here.
Yeah, I agree.
In this episode, so I'm excited. So. All right.
We talk about the episode a lot, but
Yeah, no, that's fine because we didn't really want to spoil it too much. But
Yeah.
at the same time, to talk about anything major except for the fact that the Colossus has a hyperdrive.
right.
So, all right. Wow, our streaming is really tight right now. Hope you guys are seeing this better than we are. Apologize.
Oh, that's weird.
It's because Mom's streaming upstairs. Haven't shown about. All right.
It's clear on my phone.
Is it?
Relatively speaking.
You guys should get off your phones though. It's really going to slow us up. All right. All right. So let's talk about. Let's do some hot takes. Yeah. Let's do hot takes. You guys ready?
Yes.
Nathan starts.
Ready now.
All right, so the new Padme novel might retcon a plot hole from The Return of the Jedi. And then did Variety get it wrong about Matt Smith? And Disney has released the opening dates of Galaxy's Edge. But this is not going to go the way you think.
Bad news or worse news. You might not need
Okay,
it.
quiet. All right, so Star Wars may have just explained how Leia remembered Padme.
Oh yeah, that was a big problem in my.
It wasn't a problem when The Return of the Jedi came
Well,
out.
yeah.
It was a problem when Episode 3 came out, Revenge of the Sith,
Right.
and the way that Lucas handled it, because it felt like it created an unnecessary plot hole with it. So here's what's going on. This is from ScreenRant.com, one of those that you take sort of halfway seriously. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're not. So warning presented there. Star Wars may have finally explained why Leia was able to remember Padme despite her mother dying moments after her birth. In Return of the Jedi, Luke talked to his sister Leia about their mother. According to the adopted princess, her mother died when she was young, and all she can remember are images and feelings. She was very beautiful, Leia told Luke. Kind, but sad. So now, after all these years, the latest Star Wars book is getting ready to release, and actually, as we speak right now, E.K. Johnston's doing a book signing and a special appearance with some of our,
wow.
Tatooine Times is there.
Really?
Followers of the Force, I'm sorry. Followers of the Force are there right now. Queen's Shadow is the book, may provide an answer. Okay. The book explores the relationship between Padme and her handmaidens, including Sabe, the decoy queen of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. So if you guys remember in Episode 1, there was the one that was pretending to be the Queen Amidala, while Padme was running around on Tatooine and all this other stuff. It was actually played by Keira Knightley, who was in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies and stuff like that.
Oh, that chick.
They look so similar.
They do.
It's almost frightening. But let's see. After Padme's death, according to the new book, Sabe and her lover Tonra decided that they aren't willing to simply watch from the sidelines as the Republic becomes the Empire. They're still grieving when they're contacted by Senator Bail Organa, who at this point in his timeline is contacting people he could trust in order to begin the rebellion. So now you have this person that's being present in Bail Organa and the Queen of Alderaan, her other adopted mother, I can't remember what her name is.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're this Padme, this Sabe is involved in the life now. We know she doesn't exist when Leia, Princess of Alderaan, the book, comes out when she's a teenager, and there's no mention of her anywhere in that. And obviously that's because this book hadn't been written; it wasn't part of the storyline on it. But what if Sabe is present a lot as Leia's a really young girl, like a 1, 2, 3-year-old toddler, and they talk about Padme a lot with her. She's close to Padme, and she's treating Leia like a daughter because of her love for Padme or loyalty to Padme. And this is sort of what's blurring the lines, is what's being suggested here, which is really what she's remembering. Is this, and that would make sense because she says she's beautiful. Obviously, she looks just like Padme. She's beautiful, kind. I'm sure she's very kind to Leia, but sad. Well, why would she be sad? Well, in this case, she's sad because of everything that's happened with the Republic, and then the death of Padme. And so, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is a legitimate theory? I'm going to go with you first, BB Day.
It's interesting.
Yeah. It's strange because I thought that the book already came out.
No, it's not out yet. It's being released right now.
Really? Because I've seen a few people that are already.
Yeah, like online, like people that got advanced copies. Stuff like that. I've had.
Got it. But I'm just saying that would probably make a little bit more sense.
Then just the Force. Yeah. What? I mean, that's kind of what we've had to use for the last 20 years.
It's a pretty good
Yeah, it's kind of like saying, well, the Force.
It's the Force.
It's the Force. So.
That's like the reason the Stormtroopers miss. It's the Force.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. What do you think about this theory?
No, I really do like the theory. It makes sense. It's I just like it. It helps clear up that plot hole. It's plausible. I don't really have any criticisms or anything like that. So yeah, I just like it. I think it's good. Yeah.
It says so. If we can find out when the book is released, all right, and if this happens to be the one birthday gift I asked for this year, a digital copy of it would be much appreciated. Cool. Thank you.
I don't know why they like digital copies.
Because I can read them at night on my iPad while Mom's trying to go to sleep. So the only time I have all day to read. All right. This is from JoeBlow.com. Don't know anything about this site, but it was an interesting article and felt like talking about it. So Matt Smith says that he's definitely not in Star Wars Episode 9.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah, Variety reported last August that Matt Smith, who plays Doctor Who in a couple of the seasons, would be heading to a galaxy far, far away and had joined the cast of J.J. Abrams' Star Wars Episode 9. There were no details revealed on just who Smith would be playing, but at the time it was said that it was going to be a key role. Resistance, First Order, Alien, Jedi, Sith, the guessing game began. But according to Smith himself, you shouldn't expect to see him in the film. His words were, when speaking to the LA Times, that's a legitimate source.
Okay.
The LA Times is a real newspaper, okay? I mean, it's not us, and it's not Mike Zero. He said, as far as I can tell, I'm definitely not in Star Wars Episode 9. What do you think?
That pretty well debunks that.
Didn't they do with the official cast announcement that he was in there?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, you might want to go check it out.
Well, we'll check it out. You guys can, we'll look at that. But anyway, do you think this could be a nice little attempt at deflection and manipulation, trying to hide his character and who he is, and trying not to have to talk about it?
Maybe.
I don't know. I didn't even know that this guy was supposedly a part of it. Really? Because I don't.
Oh, JJ says he was not in the official cast announcement from Star Wars.com.
Okay, no, he's.
There were people that talked about him playing a young Palpatine. There were people that talked about him being Snoke, like a young Snoke from a flashback. Him playing Thrawn at one point. So he says he's not in the movie.
I'm not thinking of the guy from.
No, you're
Yeah.
not thinking of
No. That's what you're
That's what I thought. Okay. I don't know. I mean, that's cool. I don't really know what to say to that. I didn't know that.
It's just the thing that's
There was
interesting to
rumor
me
like
is that it was Variety, and Variety tends to be pretty close to the know-how.
That's true.
When they announce something
Especially
like
for
that, you
Star
can pretty
Wars.
much take a Star Wars article from them as being pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused. Maybe he didn't have as major of a character role as people thought, and then they cut him out of the film because it wasn't fitting with what they were trying to do. I think there was at some point this guy was in the movie, but what happens with it, we'll have to see. So yeah, okay. Last one. Disney announces the opening dates for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Woohoo! Yay! That's awesome. So log these dates into the Nava computer. This is from EW.com, Entertainment Weekly. They definitely are close to Star Wars. Log these dates into the Nava computer. The Star Wars Galaxy's Edge theme park lands will open in Disneyland on May 31st and at Walt Disney World on August 29th.
You should go stay in Iceberg.
That's just interesting. Now, the bad feeling about this. Not all of the rides will be finished on opening day.
Why are they going to open it if it's not ready?
I don't know.
Maybe something for 9?
Yeah.
Getting it out before 9?
No, like they're saying that Smuggler's Run will be open, but Rise of the Resistance will not.
The really long one.
The one that we talked about. It will not be available on opening day at either park. What do you guys think about that?
That's weird. Why are they doing that?
I don't know. What do you think about this, BB Nate? We can all hear you drink when you do that. All right. Anyway, so you're a heavy drinker, not water. So anyway, yeah. What do you think? Do you think that this is why do you think they're doing it this way?
I don't know, because
It
it's not usual for Disney to open a park and not have the ride open.
Because for me, that would make me think twice about going. Like,
oh yeah, I don't like you. We had talked about trying. You were joking about trying to get us to go out there for your senior trip.
Yeah,
but the reality is we're not
open.
We're not going because it's not all available.
Yeah,
we spend thousands of dollars on getting to Disney World and riding in those rides and waiting in those lines and navigating those crazy crowds for half of a park.
Right.
That's going to do that.
Yeah,
There's no way I'm going.
That's a bad move in my opinion. Wait a few months till the park's ready, then open.
Yeah, I mean, don't open it. Why are you opening it early?
Unless there's
and
something
then
to do with
not
the
having
story.
it ready. Just open it on time and have it ready is the way I would say.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I can think of is something to do with story to getting it out early, but
that's because they're waiting for Resistance and
Yeah,
everything to
I don't
come
know, that's
all
really weird.
together.
bad move on my part.
Yeah, maybe we'll get more information as to why at Star Wars Celebration. So,
Okay.
all right, that's that. All right, so now this part is where we're going to insert our interview with what's the guy's name? I keep forgetting. Scott, yeah, Scott.
Cool.
I will have that for sure when we talk to him later today. It's on my papers though. Scott, yeah, it's right there. Scott Ladwig. Yeah, so we're gonna have that interview with Scott Ladwig, who was the one that did the sizzle, released all the information about the sizzle reel at the shareholders meeting, and he's going to come on later today, and we're going to go ahead and have a long conversation. We hope with him.
Yeah.
Unless it falls through.
Where does he live?
I don't know. East Coast probably. I don't know. So anyway, he's going to let us know, and we said we'd be available through the evening. Just give us a heads up. So he will. And when he does, we're going to log on to Skype. We're going to record about 15 to 20 minutes with the guy, and then we're going to come back in and finish up with anything else. So why don't we start with that? Go to anything else.
I'm doing the Ahmed Best thing.
You want to do Odd Med Best? All right.
I mean, I would do the merchandise, but I have no idea what it looks like.
All right. Well, I'll talk about that. You'll do the Josh Brenner Niku.
I guess so.
You guys know I have a guy in my sales class that's named Nico.
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 N-E-K-O.
Neiko. Nieko.
Huh.
But he's a big Star Wars fan too. So but he's never watched Resistance because he just hasn't gotten into it. And so I told him he has to because it's got like a guy named after him in it.
Yeah,
Basically.
pretty much.
Yeah. So anyway. All right. So let's do this. Anything else? Anything else?
Was that Yoda? Because the quote's not by Yoda.
Ah, JG, you're interesting. Pedro Pascal tonight being casted for the Mando, and then a week later. You're a smart guy. That's why we need you on here. That's why you listen to our podcast because you're smart. And you make us smarter. Thank you. All right. Anything else? Let's try that. All right. Let me get over here. I can go ahead and edit these and have them all ready to go. That'll make it nice. All right. Ready? No more yawning? Yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about?
Yeah. So let's get this plan. Should Ahmed Best should get a standing ovation
Yes.
at Star Wars Celebration.
All right. We're not the only ones to say this, but we've been saying it for about a year.
Yeah.
Since Ahmed Best did the article where he revealed sort of like how it almost caused him to commit suicide, the way the fan backlash and just the way the hatred and just the depression that kicked in as a result of it. And he's coming to Star Wars Celebration. They announced it this week. And so we are asking you and everyone else I'm asking you to we need to create a hashtag for this. Like, we'll have to figure it out. Ahmed standing ovation or standing O. Ahmed standing O hashtag or something like that. And let's get everybody that's going to Star Wars Celebration, all the different Facebook pages that you're on, all the different Star Wars Twitter accounts that you follow, all the different podcasts that you guys communicate with, YouTube channels that you guys communicate with. Let's do it. Let's make sure that on Monday, April 14th, that's the date, right? Yeah, I think it is. Monday, April 14th, at the Phantom Menace panel, when Ahmed Best comes out onto that stage, that place erupts into the biggest standing ovation that has ever happened at Star Wars Celebration. I want to see Ahmed Best break down because he's so touched by the fans' support and love for him. You guys have to help with this. Let's do hashtag Ahmed standing O. Let's get that thing trending. Let's make sure everybody knows about it, even if he knows about it beforehand. Let's make it so intense that when he gets out there, he's overwhelmed by it. So
I agree.
That's my
Totally agree.
And Josh Brenner, Niku.
He plays Niku.
Woo! In episode 9.
Wants to be in
Wow.
episode 9. He sent a fan
Who
letter
wouldn't want to be?
to JJ.
I would
JJ
be in
Abrams,
episode 9 too.
maybe he will be. Somebody has a theory that it's a possibility.
Huh.
That would be kind of cool. So anyway, all right. And the last thing, Star Wars Celebration. Okay, so I went to try to go order like Star Wars Celebration hoodies and T-shirts and stuff like that, and all that stuff was off the website. I was really mad
Why?
because I don't know why I don't know why it's not there anymore.
Disney.
I'm just wanting to give you my money.
That was Tops. That's
Tops. Reed Pop. Whatever it is.
Or is it? No, not Tops.
It's
Yeah,
Reed
you're right. Reed Tops.
Anyway, but then they came out today and they announced that they got new merchandise getting ready. They started like revealing images of new
What
merchandise.
does it look like?
I only one I remember was the Star Wars Celebration logo mug. When you look down to the bottom, there's a port.
But I want T-shirts and that kind of stuff.
Well, we'll get that stuff too. But I'm looking for a Turbo Support, Star Wars Celebration 2019 mug. So yeah.
I agree.
All right. So let's talk about next week's podcast poll of the week. Finish this sentence. After reading about the episode 9 sizzle reel, I am totally pumped, cautiously optimistic. Can't get the word out. I've got a bad feeling about this, or other comment below. All right. What do you guys think? We haven't had our, we'll have that conversation. We've had that conversation about this already. So what do you guys think?
I'm totally pumped.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
Totally pumped.
I mean, I've been pumped.
I'm
for
always
tonight,
totally pumped.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
Star Wars. I think it's awesome. So totally in on it. All right, let's do this. Make sure you vote in the podcast poll of the week. Follow us on all the different social media channels that we're on: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Just go into whatever search function that they have and type in Tatooine Sons. You'll find us. You can even find us on Google. Just search us Tatooine Sons, and it'll pull up like everything right there. You can go to www.tatooinesons.com, which the website's finally working again. Thank God. And you can find our episodes there. You can find merch. We've got Turbo Support t-shirts. If you don't have one of those to wear to Star Wars Celebration, hint, hint, buy one and wear it to Star Wars Celebration, hint, hint. I've got 500 buttons on order. So if you see us running around with Turbo shirts, or you know who we are, take a picture, look at us up, find us. We'll give you a Turbo Support button. We're excited about that. Patreon.com/Tatooine Sons. Give us $1. We'd love that. That'd be awesome. Sure.
Greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. Anything else?
May the force be with you.
May the first be with you.
Dance it out. We really look weird on this video because you guys can't hear the Cantina Band. We can. All right, thanks, guys. I promise you there was going to be a main segment. When we get Scott on here, we will record it. It'll be available tomorrow on our podcast as it goes live, even in the middle of the night for us here in the United States, like midnight Mountain Time. So all of you guys in Great Britain, you can listen to it. Australia, you can listen to it when you wake,
People on Australia.
Good stuff, gentlemen. Only 32 days.
You guys are awesome. We'll see you in a little bit. Thanks so much. Have a great one. We appreciate you guys.